Guilty, episode 29. This episode is brought to you by stackgwop.com, stackgwop.com/shop. All right, so we're going to get into it. So, R.Kelly. R.Kelly's been arrested for, I don't know, some sex shit. I didn't even dig into the case. I knew it was some rape cases or some fuck shit because we know R.Kelly. So, R.Kelly has bail set at $1 million. It's high-ass bail. There's some outrage and some fans being kind of ridiculous by supporting a GoFundMe for R. Kelly. And I don't know why anyone would support a GoFundMe for R. Kelly, because you're basically funding rape. And I don't know, man. Like, people want to get at the parents and for the girls that were there because they know R. Kelly's a known rapist. So why are you sending underage girls to his crib? But at the same time, it's like cops set up people with what do you call those things? You know those fucking cars, the bait cars. They set you up with bait cars. So if you rob them, they still arrest you. So if you're setting someone up to do a crime, they still do the crime. It's still illegal. It's still jailable. This rape shit is gross. All right, let's listen to R. Kelly's lawyer speak about the woman that accused R. Kelly. Let me just play that. Hold on. Right.
So do you think these women are lying?
Yes.
All of them?
I think all the women are lying, yes. This has become, hey, R. Kelly. I can say R. Kelly did something, boom. There was a press conference yesterday. Oh, these two girls were assaulted by R. Kelly, and the lawyer stood there with a picture of LL Cool J.
How do you stand there with a picture of LL Cool J? I seen the picture. I should have had the picture in the video. The picture is him with two girls. And how are you gonna say R. Kelly did something and have a picture of LL Cool J? Yeah, that's bullshit. But at the same time, like, who is this lawyer trying to fool? You trying to act like R. Kelly is not a rapist? Is that what you're trying to convince the people of? Because that's a hard sell, buddy. It's a very fucking hard sell. I didn't see the tapes, but the public has seen the tapes by now. We know R. Kelly is guilty, and this ain't no. Yeah, we knew the government, and not the government. We knew the cops from this whole movement of catching these dirtbags. We're gonna catch R. Kelly. We knew it was just a matter of time. A lot of people and various people in the media pretty much predicted, and we're calling it from time. They're like, they're gonna get R. Kelly next. They're coming for R. Kelly. And they got him. So, yeah, buddy. They got this guy. I'm getting some technical interference in my mic. Hold up real quick. What is going on? All right, yeah. Fail very early in the podcast. All right, so let's move on to this Ja Rule shit. I'm just going to skip over the R. Kelly shit real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on R. Kelly. We've done episodes in the past covering R. Kelly's dirtbagness, and he's not a relevant artist. It's not like we're looking for his music, so it's like, who cares? This is just the news. We report on it. All right, next topic. So we have Ja Rule performing at the Milwaukee Bucks game, the halftime game, or the halftime show for the game. And pretty much, okay, let me just play it.
You ready? Are we ready?
I played the wrong clip. Fuck. Here we go.
They said this is 90s night, so they brought out a 2000 artist. But my album came out in 99, so I guess that counts. Sanchez, we ready? Are we ready? I guess not.
Yo, and in the middle of the performance, Giannis and a bunch of the teammates came out and they started shooting and warming up through the performance. Like, can they get more disrespectful? I heard he cussed out Milwaukee after the performance, but I never heard that, so I shouldn't report that. I just heard the speculation. I never actually seen the clip or seen the footage or the text if it was on a tweet, but that's the word. That was the report, the article, that he cussed them out. Should stop taking headlines, because headlines, you can't really report on headlines. They're just headlines. Bad reporting. All right, so, yeah, man. That's what it looks like when your career is over and certain cities want to disrespect you and play you, but you shouldn't have done that. You're coming out to perform at a halftime. You're not a main spectacle. They're not here for you. Half of these people don't even know who you are. A lot of these kids from the new generation, these white kids in Milwaukee, the white older folks in Milwaukee, they don't care about no Ja Rule. So it's like, like I don't understand what he was expecting. He should have came out there and performed his songs and, you know, said thank you and dipped. That whole performance, that whole opening up and trying to talk to the audience, this isn't a show. This isn't one of your live shows. This is a booked performance for a halftime show, and you're not a relevant artist. Maybe if it was like Drake talking to the crowd at a Raptors game, you know what I mean? That makes more sense. Snoop talking to a crowd at the Staples Center. Not, you know what I mean? It's not going to work on a trip in Milwaukee for a New York rapper that's been finished since 2003. So it's like, I don't know what this nigga was expecting. I don't know if he was expecting them to roar when he said, "Are you ready?" You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that? I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Okay, so let's move on to the Jussie Smollett shit, because I just want to get through the stuff that I don't actually care about. Let's get this shit out of the way, because when you start a story, you got to finish it. I pretty much jumped out of the window before the thing was fully confirmed. It was somewhat confirmed that he was a liar and the case was made up and he hired the guys and all that, but it wasn't fully confirmed when I reported 5 days ago in the last episode. But now it's fully confirmed. He was arrested. He was brought in. He was questioned. They have his mugshot. They got the two brothers that he hired, and they investigated their apartment. The cops raided their apartment. And all this shit's been blown up. The whole thing was a fabrication. He lied. Anyone that's still trying to defend him, it's just like, it's just sad at this point. Like, just stop it. Stop it, man. Just don't even like. Just admit you were wrong. Just admit that you weren't looking at it objectively and you were just trying to believe the person because they were a gay black male, and you didn't. The whole hate crime shit and all that stuff got to your emotions and it didn't touch your logic. And, you know, just admit that, you know, you just felt sorry for the person and you didn't think about it objectively. Because that's the point. That's the only thing you could do at this point, because people that did believe him weren't coming from a logical standpoint. It was never, oh, his story could make sense here and here. It was just, you know what, let's just believe the brother. Let's this, that, and that. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. That's all it was. It was all just an emotional, let's be good people type shit to believe the guy. But when you actually just look at it objectively, it's like, come on. 2 a.m. Actually, I'm not even going to list the details of -20, 2 a.m. Chicago. We don't need to go there. It's like, this guy's probably just going to fade into irrelevancy, because I don't know how big of a star he was prior to this whole thing happening, but I don't see him as a big star after all of this. I don't see his career ever recovering. Maybe 20 years from now when people forget about it and it's a joke and it's looked at differently, who knows what can happen with a bit of time. But currently, as it stands, I don't see anything going good for this guy. I don't know if he's going to be charged. Well, he's been charged. I don't know if he's going to be convicted. I don't know if he's actually going to serve time. But when it comes to his employment, see, that's the thing that's fucked up about the entertainment industry. Is like when you blackball somebody, when you say they can't get a job, they can't do this, they have no livelihood, they have no way of living life. They have no way to pay their bills unless they, well, obviously they have money saved up, but when that runs out, there's no new way to make income as an actor. If no one's gonna hire you, you're fucked. You're gonna end up being like, you remember that that guy that Vlad was roasting? Vlad was roasting one of the guys that was on the Cosbys. I can't remember his name. And then Nicki Minaj said she was gonna donate him some money or something, but he just donated it back to another services because someone picked him up and put him on a TV show because of the whole fame he got from bagging groceries. Can't remember dude's name, but you end up like that basically. If you can't get any jobs in the industry and you're an actor and no one's hiring you for roles or movies and you get a certain name, I'm not saying that guy was blackballed. I'm just saying when that happens to you, it completely ruins your whole livelihood. So should he not ever get another role? I don't know about that. If he can act and fit a role, 5 years, not even 5 years now from the line, like even immediately when you take it in, if he serves his time or he gets charged whatever he gets charged with, well, he's already been charged. I gotta stop saying that. Whatever he gets convicted with or whatever the deal is, whatever type of probation he gets, he has to hold whatever the law wants to hold that, throw at him. But after the law deals with him and he gets his punishment, he can't really hold back his livelihood. So the public could think whatever they want of him. You could still probably put him in shows and movies and shit, because how many characters and how many people do we hate on screen, but at the end of the day, if they're playing a certain character that fits a role in a movie, we don't give a fuck about what the hell's going on. We care about the movie and the quality of the movie and the character. So I don't think his career is over in that sense, in that regard, really and truly. He has friends in the industry. So I think these big producer guys, what is the guy that works for that produces Empire? I am just drawing blanks on names right now. He's also Lee Daniels. So he has certain people, behind him. Pause. He has certain people in his corner to help him out regardless. So I think his career is going to be intact as long as he escapes jail time. And well, even if he does jail time, it's not, I don't think you should actually just completely cancel somebody. At the end of the day, this didn't harm the public. This didn't hurt anybody. It may have, I don't think that we're in the day and age of, one thing characterizes everything. So now that when something else happens to somebody else, we're going to think, oh yeah, what about Jussie Smollett? I don't think that's going to happen. We're in a day and age where people are thinking independently per case nowadays, and we're taking time, and there's just too many people I don't think that's going to happen. So the overreactors thinking that this is going to set a bad precedent, I don't think so. I think this is just an individual case, and I think people will look at it as such, an individual case of someone trying to clout chase and get more money for the role, or be a martyr for a cause. Someone just trying to elevate their career got caught. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm not going to speak on the Colin Kaepernick situation, speaking of martyrs and situations, and they said Colin. Basically, I'm not going to speak on Colin Kaepernick right now because I don't have all of the facts, and I really want to dig deep into all of the research and all the results from the case and what exactly the case was before I actually speak on it. So I'm just gonna be reserved for Colin Kaepernick. So anyone that was bothering me about speaking on Colin Kaepernick on the podcast, not happening yet, buddy. Need more facts, Chup. All right, so what I am gonna speak about is Joe Budden getting paid $10,000 bi-weekly from Complex when he was doing Everyday Struggle. He looked at that number, and that number was a joke to him. $10,000 bi-weekly. For a lot of my listeners and a lot of his listeners, they're probably like, damn, that's money. That'll be good for me. But in his industry, for where he's at in the industry and in his career, $10,000 bi-weekly is an absolute joke. and he wasn't for that. So with that being said, I wonder how much his deals are for State of the Culture. I wonder how much his deal is for the Spotify, you know what I mean? His Spotify podcast deal. The only one I actually want to know about, because I don't really care about people's pockets, I'm just talking shit, is a whole Spotify podcast deal, because it's a Spotify exclusive. And to be stuck to an exclusive, to be one platform, like my podcast is on, it's advertised as 10 platforms, but it's really on way more. Like I find my podcast on new podcast platforms every day when I just, Google the shit randomly. But to be stuck down to one platform, I wonder what that does to your actual numbers and your actual total reach, because he still does well on YouTube. It doesn't affect his YouTube, and especially the fact that he doubled up and dropped 2 a week now. So it doesn't affect his YouTube numbers, but will it affect his total reach, and will it affect your total bag? Because if you affect your reach and you have certain sponsors and you're getting paid, I don't know how certain people's sponsor structures are paid, but a lot of them are CPM based. And if it is good CPM and you affect your reach, it could affect the sponsor. Okay, that's only. It's a lot of jargon that I don't want to get into, but that's the only. I just really want to know how it's structured for my own personal benefit, because I have 2 podcasts and I'm about to set up a network and have a bunch of other people doing podcasts. So I want to know how the money works for that exclusive. So I'm interested in that regard. Other than that, you know what I mean? I'm just going to do shit, how I have my shit set up, and I'm not watching people's pockets, because that pocket watching gets you nothing. Just makes you spend time focusing on other people instead of building your own shit. So we ain't pocket watching out here. All right, we're going to get into, what are we going to get into before we wrap up this show? Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft being arrested. Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. He is also friends with Michael Rubin, part owner of the Philadelphia 76ers, cool with Meek Mill, Jay-Z. Robert Kraft is also, though, Trump supporter, but who the fuck cares about that shit? Political views shouldn't be the end-all, be-all when it comes to who you ride with and who you stand for. I don't really give a shit if that guy was out in a brothel buying pussy or something. Do we really care? Old rich billionaire like that buying some pussy. You can't let an old rich billionaire live and buy some pussy. Like, I don't understand that. Like, shit. If anybody's gonna be buying pussy, it's old rich motherfuckers. You're gonna see niggas like my demographic buying pussy. That's just trash. What are you doing? Go out there and go get it. Like, fuck. But if, well, that sounds rapey. Pause. Whoa, yikes. Go out there and go get it. You know what I mean? What was I saying? Yeah, man. Let him live, bro. Let Robert Kraft live. That's why when I tweeted something, I'm like, this is just some scheme, some smear camp. Like, they know everybody's doing it. They know all these old guys are doing it. So for them to pick him up on that, it seems like some convenient smear campaign and some revenge, because he's on the side of police reform and justice reform. And I don't know. It seems a little convenient to me, especially with the timing. So I'm with Robert Kraft. It's not like he really needs me. He's a billionaire. But, as a supporter for the people, we're with Robert Kraft. We ain't playing that shit. Who the fuck cares? Prostitution should be legal anyway. If porn's legal, prostitution should be legal. All they're doing is adding a camera. It makes no goddamn sense. Like, whatever. All right, so let's get to this what the fuck clip of the week before I wrap this shit up. Where is this clip? Let me get this clip out real quick. All right.
Quer papá não? Você quer papá, bebê? Não dá papá pro bebê? Não?
Alunos do Distrito Federal voltaram hoje às aulas.
Yo, that's a new age of parenting, huh? Trick your baby like that. What kind of fuck shit is that? Who sent me that shit? goddamn. That goes for the what the fuck clip of the week. Nothing to say about that. That is a innovative style of parenting, to say the least. But hey, everybody has their own styles, to each his own. Before I wrap up the show, I have a couple of topics that I'm going to expand upon next on the next show, because I have a guest coming to speak to me about it. But people aren't really feeling the Tatiana remixes from anybody. They were kind of going in on Nicki's at first, but when they heard Cardi's, they're like, ooh, this is worse. Nobody liked the Tatiana remixes right now. Like, Cardi was offbeat. Verses were fours. People saying she talks about the same shit all the time, but that's every rapper. Every rapper talks about generally the same type of shit. Rap is just your personality on over beats, so it's like whatever that is, and your creativity, because sometimes you can go other places, and sometimes it's not just your personality. It could be abstract, like Lupe Fiasco style. But for the most part, rap is your personality over beats. So if someone gets repetitive, that's just you being repetitive with their personality. You're expecting something else out of someone that's not going to give you something else. Like, you can't expect 21 Savage to give you like crooked eye bars. It's not going to happen. You're not going to have Migos rapping like Eminem. It's not going to happen. Like, you can't expect certain things from certain people or certain content from certain rappers. You know what you're going to get. It's a brand, it's a person, it's an established entity. You know what you're getting at a certain point. So the bitching about people talking about the same shit, that shit's tired. Tired, bruh. All right, so I'm out of this. Blunt Talk with LT, episode 29. This episode is brought to you by StackGwop.com. Yerp.